Supposedly, there's a new financial strategy in the marketplace that's transforming the financial futures of those that get involved. This strategy is the potential to accelerate and enhance your financial future. On today's episode of Breaking It Down, we're going to dig into this strategy and take a look at it and get to the bottom of how it works. Hi, my name is Scott McLean. Welcome back to another episode of Breaking It Down. On today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at a breakthrough financial strategy that has the potential to dramatically transform your financial future and increase your retirement income. On the call with us today, we have Porter Shumway, Senior Bright Advisor, 9 years of financial services industry experience, and a champion of this new financial strategy. He's got with him today 3 highlights to share with you and help us break it down. Porter, are you on the call with us?
Yes. Thanks, Scott. Happy to be here.
So glad to have you here today. So you think that there's a strategy out there that can transform and accelerate income, and it's doing better than everything else. Is that the case?
Yeah, Scott, in my experience, I feel like this is the evolution of financial planning. It's like nothing that we've seen before. If you know anything about evolution, evolution is this giant leap forward into something better or new. And that is exactly what I think we're seeing in this particular product.
Now, you know what the old saying says is always be wary of the man who comes to you with a new fundamental or a new breakthrough. So how long has this strategy been around? Is this something that is brand new, or what's the story here?
Yeah, interesting that you say that. What is cool about this is it's taking things that have been around for decades and just kind of reinventing it. So it's not like it's something completely new to the market in that it's recreating the wheel, but rather taking something that we've already had available to us and then taking it to the next level. And so the way that this strategy is working today has been around for about 6 or 7 years.
Okay, so the current strategy has been around 6 or 7 years, and this is taking old ideas and just repurposing them in a certain way to create something unique. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm interested. You've got my attention. I'm curious. If there's something new out there, I always want to know about it or understand the new idea, or what can I do to help my retirement grow safer or faster or better in some way. So you've got 3 highlights. Tell me about that. What's your first highlight, or what? Let's get started there.
Yeah. So the first highlight is I want you to think, what if I could have all of the benefits of traditional financial planning, like my tax-deferred growth and my tax-free retirement income plus. And that's my first highlight, is that we get all of those good benefits and features of, say, my 401k with my tax-deferred growth and a match, or my Roth IRA with my tax-free income plus. So we don't have to settle on just one of these features.
Okay.
We get all of that above and beyond.
So this strategy includes the benefits of a 401k and a Roth and more. So I'm interested in that, and I'd like to dig a little more on that. But maybe is there so tax-free growth or tax-deferred growth of the 401k, tax-free distributions of the Roth and more. What's the more? What's some of the more? Give me a little bit more.
So yeah, little teasers for you. No, the more is, we're going to get, on top of those awesome features, we're going to get a tax-free death benefit via life insurance. We're going to get living benefits where people can take advantage of these benefits in their lifetime. We're going to get legal protections, and it just goes on and on. We're going to get the ability to use our money sooner than we would in the traditional model. There's no age requirements. There's no distribution requirements. There's no penalties to access our money. There's all of these amazing tax-free growth, distribution, tax-deferred growth, tax-free income, but none of the same problems.
Porter, you've got me on the hook. Like I said, that sounds interesting. I would definitely want to know more. This is a short video. What's highlight number 2?
Highlight number 2 is what I call set it and forget it. In the traditional financial planning world, which we are in, and we have some great strategies. I know that you'll agree with that, but oftentimes these plans can get complex, and that's still the case no matter what for certain clients. But generally speaking, they don't have to be complex anymore with this strategy. We can put our money into the strategy. We have guarantees and all of those benefits that I talk about. Guarantees meaning we have a guaranteed floor that if the stock market were to tank 50% in a year, we don't have to stress about that anymore. We don't have to be on our computers watching the market every day because we know that we've got these guarantees. So essentially, we can set it, forget it. We've simplified financial planning a great deal with this particular strategy.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. You know, I've never been able to just sort of forget about my retirement account. I'm always worried about the stock market or what's happening, you know, if there's a big loss or a drop, or what's the macro picture or what's going on with the economy. And this seems refreshing to some extent, where you just sort of not
Right.
have to worry about it. Maybe reduces the stress, makes you feel a little more calm. You know, I like it. I like where this is going. I kind of see why maybe it's transformational. What's highlight number 3?
So when it comes to our financial future, what we want to do is compound. What we found with this strategy is that compounding actually accelerates over time, and it accelerates in a different way than you might be thinking. First and foremost, when we don't lose, when we've got that guaranteed floor, that allows that acceleration to happen in an appropriate manner and quickly over time. Well, now I want you to imagine, take that 401k that we were talking about earlier and that company match. Well, now imagine that we're using other people's money to accelerate our compounding in this strategy, but we're doing it in a safe and secure environment where we've got that 0% floor. So now we've got compounding accelerating over time, and because of that 0% floor, we no longer have to take our foot off the gas pedal when we retire. So our acceleration continues throughout our entire retirement. It is literally like nothing I've seen before.
Porter, you know, I think the old saying was by Einstein that compounding was the 8th wonder of the world. It seems like accelerated compounding might be the 9th wonder of the world.
Right? Yeah, I mean, he's credited as saying it's our greatest invention, right? So this would be an even greater invention. I'd love to show it to him.
I think you're onto something. I think there's more here to unpack. I'd like to bring you back on the show, maybe even do a special series on this. What say you?
Oh, I think that would be appropriate. I think there's so much, like you said, to unpack and so much more to share with the general public. It's exciting.
Porter, thanks for being on another episode of Breaking It Down. I look forward to having you back. Peace to everyone else. Remember, it's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make.